it. Well, we do want to get Lacey Gregory.
Right, Lacey Gregory. She was in the library when this shooting happened. Pam's niece. It takes us a moment to make the switch between the two, and our producer will let us know when that has happened here in a moment.
Yeah, but her aunt was just telling us that she was in the library,
yes.
and they basically all ran into a room when somebody ran in the library and said there was an active shooter on the campus. And then she texted her aunt out there in Kentucky just to let her know that they were okay. And we're having some technical issues. We're going to try to get Lacey back on the phone in just a moment. But again, she's one of the, okay, we've got her back now. Lacey, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm pretty shaken up, honestly. My adrenaline's still kind of going, even though I was one of the people who were cleared. You know, it's pretty nerve-wracking being in this type of situation.
What did you hear?
I didn't hear anything. I was actually sitting in the library at the college, and I was right next to the window that was facing the courtyard. And all I saw was my friend Alex. He apparently ran up from the smoke shack past the shooting that was happening up into the library to let us know that what was going on was real. And it was indeed, people were getting shot. And I saw people running from the English hall across the courtyard towards every direction. It was crazy. And I remember getting up out of my seat, grabbing my bag, and I was right next to my boyfriend, and we all got moved to a different location in the library, a more secure one. And I just remember like standing there, and it was like scary.
Yeah, we can't even imagine what that is like. Did you or do you know how close you actually were to what was happening?
I was probably maybe 100 yards from the shooter, like where it was happening. All I know is I just saw the people running, and I just grabbed my stuff and I went where they told me to go. And I was talking to one of my friends who's an EMS guy out in Roseburg, and he was letting me know that it just came across the scanner and it was real. Like, it's definitely, like you see it on the news all the time. Oh, this is a shooting, this school got shot up. It's like you don't really know how they feel until you're there.
Yeah.
Did your friend?
And it's pretty scary.
Did your friend who came running up, you described past the shooting, did he give any indication of whether this is a man, a woman?
No, he didn't see it. He's ex-military, and he heard the shots, and all of a sudden he ran. He was like, "This is real," and he hightailed it in, and he was yelling through the library. He's like, "People are getting shot. This is real. You know, it's a shooting. You know, you need to get down." And we all got escorted into the back of the library, and it was really scary.
And how long were you in that area then after that?
It was probably, I want to say a good like 20, 30 minutes. We were standing in there crammed together before we were cleared by officers. Like, they had everyone out. They had like Roseburg police, sheriffs. They dispatched people from Coos Bay. It was a lot going on.
How did they process you when you left? Like we've seen at Columbine, probably most famously, with students, line after line after line of students coming out with their arms in the air.
That's how it was. It was really scary. All I remember is the officer banging on the door saying, "Roseburg police." He had the key to the door. He opened the door and said, "Come out with your hands up. Hands first out the door." Our hands came first out the door, and our hands went over our heads as we walked out in a single file line to where they had claimed the safe zone. And then from then on, we had our hands up. We were told to put our hands down, and then they searched all of our stuff and us one at a time, moved us to a clear zone to be transported out of the area.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Roseburg newspaper is saying right now that early reports indicate at least 15 are dead. Have you heard a number down there?
All I hear is rumors, pretty much. I've heard anywhere from 10 confirmed to 15 confirmed from various people. I mean, it's really hard to say if you're not there. You know, all you can do is pray to God they made it.
Yeah. Lacey, there's about 3,300 full-time students there. Well, give us a sense of what it's like to be a student there. Is it a pretty tight-knit community?
Well, the convenient part is I just moved up here from Washington, and this is my first week of my first term.
Oh.
And I had graduated Job Corps before then and kind of went to the college to get my GED. And I was familiar with it, you know, like I was just getting in the swing of classes and being a college student, you know, and it's like this happens and you're like pretty shaken, especially when it's your first time actually like going there for something, you know.
So Lacey, we're hearing now, our producer Bethany's telling me in my ear that shots were fired at Schneider Hall. Can you tell us about Schneider Hall?
That is the English hall, as far as I know. Because the funny part is actually, before I went and sat down next to my boyfriend, I was actually going to go to class, and my class is room 14 in Schneider Hall.
Oh.
And I decided to sit down and talk to Anthony instead, and yeah, I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm good, Troy.
Wow. That, I mean, just...
I'm glad you're okay, girl.
Yeah, it's very, very scary. You know, to think that I almost went down to class because my class was supposed to start at 11, and I usually go down there about 10 minutes before class, and I decided to sit down in the library, and all of a sudden I just saw everyone swarming across the courtyard away from there, and it makes it very real, like I could have been down there in that hall.
Lacey, are
wow.
you at the fairgrounds right now? We just heard someone come up and say they're glad that you're okay.
Yeah, there's people at the fairgrounds. I'm at the fairgrounds.
So you don't have your car? You don't? I mean, do you have anything with you anymore?
I have my backpack. It's what I had and my keys, but they barred everyone from taking their own personal vehicle off campus. So my car is currently located at the campus until they clear me to get it.
How far is that from the campus where all the students are being gathered?
I want to say it's like maybe 11 miles from there, like from the fairgrounds to the college.
And I'm sure the Red Cross will probably be there soon to help you folks out.
Oh yeah, they're already there.
They're already there.
They're already here. Red Cross is here, and we've got a police officer, people directing traffic.
Can you take us back to Schneider Hall again? Is that an open campus? Is it an isolated building? Is it?
Every building has its own like classrooms, you know, like they're divided, but it's all like not internal. You don't go in the building and then go into your class. It's all the doors to the classes are outside, like you walk from the outside into the classroom. Like they're not like subdivided inside like you would see in a middle school.
So it's that, I think, 1950s, 1960s,
Yeah.
70s open campus model that
that's what,
Right, so many schools now are trying to undo that because it's the least secure kind of situation, because you can't just lock a door and keep somebody out of the building. They've got access to each individual classroom.
each individual classroom.
Okay.
Wow, yeah, you see a lot of those in like California, those style
Yes,
of
you do.
buildings. Lacey, I do want to ask you, when they let you out of the library where you were you all clear at that point, all the students and staff, that they had taken the shooter down? Did you know that at that point?
We didn't know anything. All we knew is that they were clearing us out of that building and they were securing the campus building by building.
Lacey, have you guys had any emergency drills or any information given to you? I don't know what they give college students these days in regards to this.
Honestly, I don't know either, because I just started. So I just was going from instinct of what we were trained to do in middle school, you know.
Yeah.
Lockdown, you go to a secure location where there are no windows, one door, and close it, lock it, and wait until the cops come and clear you. You know, you don't open that door for anyone unless it's the police.
You said that they came in and rounded you guys up and told you to get in that room. Is that the staff members came in?
It was staff members, yeah.
Okay.
The staff members are the ones who took us in the back and isolated us into our rooms, and we just stood there and prayed to God that we were going to make it.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
wow. Those moments just must have been terrifying, Lacey. How long has school been in session there? I know you said you just started.
Fall term just started on the 28th.
Oh.
On Monday.
Wow.
This is the beginning of fall term, first week.
Hey, Lacey, do you have
Yes.
any of friends around you we could speak with as well?
I don't have anyone around me right now.
Okay.
I just kind of like came over and sat down from everyone else, you know, taking a breather.
Yeah, your adrenaline is pumping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're so glad that you're okay and that you made it out of there. Unfortunately, getting these reports that count is going up, the death toll there on the campus. So, but Lacey, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us about what you experienced, because it'd just be terrifying.
Yeah, Lacey, you take care,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Right.